If you've ever found yourself lying in bed at 2 in the morning, staring at the ceiling, counting the hours until your alarm goes off, you know how frustrating insomnia can be. It's not just the lost sleep. It's the way it messes with your whole day. You wake up feeling like you've run a marathon you never trained for. Your energy crashes before lunch, your patience wears thin, and your focus slips away. Over time, it's not just your nights that suffer. It's your mood, your health, and your ability to enjoy life. But here's the thing. Insomnia isn't just about not being able to fall asleep. It's a pattern of disrupted sleep that can show up in different ways. For some people, it's lying awake for hours before sleep even starts. For others, it's falling asleep quickly, but waking up multiple times during the night. And for many, it's waking up too early and not being able to drift back off. All of these are forms of insomnia, and they can be short-term, lasting days or weeks, or chronic, lasting months or even years. To understand how to move from insomnia to sweet dreams, you first have to understand why insomnia happens. Sometimes it's triggered by stress. Your mind is racing, replaying conversations, worrying about tomorrow's to-do list, or even just buzzing with random thoughts. Other times it's linked to lifestyle habits. Too much caffeine, eating late at night, or too much screen time before bed. Medical conditions like anxiety, depression, chronic pain, or hormonal changes can also play a role, as can certain medications. And then there are environmental factors, noise, light, temperature, that can quietly sabotage your rest without you even realizing it. One of the biggest underlying causes of insomnia is a disrupted circadian rhythm, your body's internal clock. If your sleep-wake cycle is out of sync, maybe because of irregular bedtimes, shift work, or late-night exposure to bright light, your body stops producing melatonin at the right times. That means when you want to feel sleepy, your brain might still be in daytime mode, and when you want to feel alert, it's still groggy. Insomnia is also fueled by something called conditioned arousal. This happens when your brain starts associating your bed not with rest, but with frustration. You go to bed expecting a struggle, and your body responds by releasing stress hormones like cortisol, which make it even harder to sleep. It's a vicious cycle. The more you worry about not sleeping, the harder it becomes to actually sleep. The good news is, insomnia isn't something you have to just live with. By understanding the root causes and making targeted changes, you can retrain your body and brain to sleep naturally again. It's not about forcing sleep. It's about creating the right conditions so that sleep comes to you, without effort, the way it's meant to. In this video, we're going to build a natural sleep plan, a step-by-step approach to move from restless nights to restful ones. You'll learn how to reset your body clock, calm your mind, set up your environment for sleep, and create routines that make bedtime something you look forward to instead of dread. The goal isn't just to fall asleep faster, it's to wake up feeling restored, day after day. When you're dealing with insomnia, one of the first and most important steps is to bring your body's internal clock back into alignment. Without that steady rhythm, it's like trying to dance to music that keeps changing tempo. You can't find your flow. Your circadian rhythm is your body's natural timing system, and when it's off, sleep becomes unpredictable. The good news is, you can reset it using some simple, natural cues. Start with light, because light is your body clock's #1 signal. When you wake up in the morning, get bright, natural light into your eyes as soon as possible. Step outside for 10 to 15 minutes, even if it's cloudy. That light tells your brain to stop producing melatonin, raise your body temperature, and shift into alert mode. The earlier and more consistently you do this, the more reliably your body will know when it's time to be awake and when it's time to wind down. Equally important is managing light at night. About 2 hours before bed, start dimming your lights and limiting screen time. Blue light from phones, tablets, and computers mimics daylight and delays melatonin production, which can keep you wired when you should be getting sleepy. If you must use screens, switch on blue light filters or wear glasses that block blue light. This isn't just a gadget gimmick. It's a way to help your body receive its nighttime signal it needs. Next comes timing your sleep and wake hours. Pick a bedtime and wake time that you can realistically stick to every day, even on weekends, and commit to it. Consistency is the glue that holds your body clock together. At first, you might not fall asleep exactly at your chosen bedtime, and that's okay. What matters is getting up at the same time each morning. Over a week or two, your body will start adjusting, and you'll naturally feel sleepy closer to your set bedtime. Meal timing also plays a role in your rhythm. Try to have your last large meal about 3 hours before bed so your digestive system can slow down before you lie down. Breakfast soon after waking reinforces your daytime mode, especially if it includes some protein and complex carbs. You're essentially teaching your body, this is when we fuel up for the day, and later is when we rest. Movement is another powerful cue. Aim for at least some physical activity during daylight hours. Walking, stretching, exercise, so your body knows when it's in its active phase. If you can, get your workouts done in the morning or afternoon. Late-night high-intensity workouts can signal to your body that it's still go time instead of rest time. This steady rhythm, morning light, consistent wake-up time, daytime activity, evening dimness, is the foundation of your natural sleep plan. Without it, all the other steps are harder to make stick. Once your body clock starts ticking on schedule again, you'll notice that you don't have to work so hard to fall asleep. Sleepiness will come more naturally, and insomnia will have fewer opportunities to creep back in. For many people with insomnia, the problem isn't just physical, it's mental. You can have a quiet room, the lights dimmed, the clock set to your perfect bedtime, and still lie there with your mind running a mile a minute. Maybe you're replaying the day's conversations, maybe you're worrying about tomorrow's to-do list, or maybe you're just feeling frustrated that you can't fall asleep. This mental loop is one of the most common traps in insomnia, and it has a name: conditioned arousal. Conditioned arousal happens when your brain starts to associate your bed not with rest, but with wakefulness, frustration, and even dread. The moment you lie down, your body tenses, your mind speeds up, and instead of drifting into sleep, you slip into a cycle of "here we go again" thinking. Breaking that cycle is key to moving from restless nights to restful ones. One of the simplest but most effective ways to start is with a wind-down routine. Your brain needs a bridge between the busy energy of the day and the stillness of the night. About an hour before bed, start engaging in activities that are calm, predictable, and enjoyable. This could be reading a physical book under soft light, taking a warm shower, stretching gently, or listening to calming music. The key is that you do the same types of things in the same order every night, so your brain starts linking those actions with the feeling of winding down. It also helps to get racing thoughts out of your head, before you even get into bed. If you often find yourself mentally making lists or replaying scenarios, try what's called a brain dump. About 30 minutes before bed, take a notebook and write down anything on your mind, tasks you need to remember, worries you can't shake, or even random thoughts that keep looping. The act of putting them on paper tells your brain, you don't have to hold on to this right now, it's safe to let it go. Breathing techniques can also be powerful in breaking bedtime anxiety. Something as simple as slow, steady breaths. Inhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 7, exhale for a count of 8, can lower your heart rate, relax your muscles, and shift your body into a more restful state. If that feels too structured, even just focusing on longer exhales than inhales can signal to your nervous system that it's safe to relax. Another important point: if you're lying in bed for more than 20 minutes and you feel wide awake, don't stay there. Get up, go to a dimly lit room, and do something quiet and non-stimulating until you feel sleepy. This might sound counterintuitive. You're trying to sleep, so why get up? But staying in bed awake only reinforces the mental link between your bed and sleeplessness. By getting up and returning only when you're drowsy, you're retraining your brain to associate bed with sleep, not wakefulness. And remember, the goal here isn't to force sleep. The harder you try to sleep, the more pressure you put on yourself, and the more awake you become. Instead, focus on creating the right conditions and letting sleep happen naturally. This shift in mindset, from chasing sleep to inviting it, can be a game changer for people who've struggled for months or years. When you combine a consistent daily rhythm with a mind that knows how to let go at night, you take away two of insomnia's biggest weapons. And that sets you up perfectly for the final step: making your environment a place where sleep comes easily and stays with you until morning. You can have the perfect bedtime routine, a calm mind, and a steady body clock. But if your sleeping environment is working against you, insomnia can still find a way to sneak back in. Your bedroom should be the one place that consistently tells your brain, you're safe here, it's time to rest. When you shape your environment to support that message, you make it so much easier for sleep to arrive naturally and stay through the night. Start with light. Darkness is one of the most powerful signals for sleep, and even small amounts of light can interfere with melatonin production. If streetlights, passing cars, or early sunrise pour into your room, invest in blackout curtains or use a comfortable sleep mask. Cover or turn off electronics that glow. You want your room to be as close to pitch black as possible, so your brain gets a clear, it's nighttime message all night long. Next is temperature. Your body naturally cools down as it prepares for sleep, and a cooler room can help this process. Most people sleep best somewhere between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Experiment within that range until you find your sweet spot. If you tend to overheat at night, try breathable bedding, lighter pajamas, or even a cooling mattress pad. Noise is another factor you might not notice until it's gone. Sudden sounds, a barking dog, traffic, a noisy neighbor, can pull you out of deep sleep even if you don't fully wake up. That's why so many people find white noise machines, fans, or nature soundtracks helpful. They create a steady background that masks disruptive noises. Then there's your bed itself. If your mattress is sagging, your pillow doesn't support your neck, or your bedding is scratchy, your body will notice, even if your mind tries to ignore it. Comfort matters. You don't need the most expensive mattress on the market, but you do need one that feels good for your preferred sleeping position and supports your body evenly. The same goes for pillows. Choose one that keeps your neck aligned so you don't wake up stiff or sore. Beyond the physical setup, think about your bedroom as a space that exists only for sleep and intimacy. That means no work emails in bed, no scrolling through social media under the covers, and no TV across from your pillow. When your brain sees the bed, it should have a single association. This is where I sleep. Over time, this mental link becomes automatic, making it easier to slip into rest mode as soon as you get under the covers. Once your environment is set up for success, the final piece is consistency. Your natural sleep plan isn't something you do for a week and then forget. It's a way of living that keeps insomnia at bay long term. Stick to your wake-up time, even after a rough night. Keep your wind-down routine even if you feel sleepy early. Protect your bedroom environment like it's your sanctuary. And when life throws you off, because it will, go back to the basics. Light in the morning, dimness at night, steady meal timing, daily movement, and a calm mind at bedtime. The beautiful thing is that once you've practiced this for a while, you won't feel like you're working at it anymore. You won't lie in bed wondering if tonight will be another battle. Instead, you'll find yourself yawning naturally as bedtime approaches, drifting off without effort and waking up ready for the day. That's when you know you've moved from insomnia to sweet dreams. Not because you forced it, but because you created the right conditions and let your body's natural rhythms do the rest.